Okay, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Alrighty folks, welcome back to another stream. This is sort of a surprise stream. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream tonight because tonight was my my late night. Last Thursday of every month I go to a local pinball tournament since it's pretty much the only pinball event that works for my sleep schedule. Since you guys know I work overnights, I sleep all day, I stay up all night, and so daytime tournaments are usually kind of a bad thing for me. But so these the last Thursday of every month I get to do a nighttime tournament, which is fun. I get to go out, I get to compete, I get to potentially make a little bit of money sometimes, and it's fun sometimes. And I was really tired today. I didn't get much sleep this week, which has been a running trend lately, where I basically am sleep deprived throughout the week, and then by the time my first day off hits, my body is just completely wrecked. And so I thought to myself, you know, I'm not going to stream on YouTube tonight, but I just got home from the tournament. I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and do like maybe like a 2-hour long stream or something like that. And we'll just dabble with some NES games that I kind of feel like playing. Silver Surfer is one of those games I always kind of feel like playing. It's a game I really like on the system, so we're going to kick off the stream with that, Silver Surfer on the NES. So I don't expect many people to tune in because it's late and not many people were notified. I did just post it on social media, so we'll see who, you know, trickles in over the next hour or so. Austin, what's going on, man? And Joseph and Monolith, and of course John Smith and Omri said hello. So thanks guys for popping in. But yeah, we're actually playing this as usual on the RetroUSB AVS console, which is that little guy you see up there in the top left portion of the screen. Hey, Red Zeo Ranger, how are you doing, man? So yeah, this is a FPGA-based clone console. Excellent system. I've had it for about 3 years now, and it's been one of my most used consoles over the last several years. I mean, every NES Let's Play in the last 3 years you guys have seen me do has been on this console, and it has treated me very well. It's an excellent system. And you guys will be seeing more of it come October with some NES Let's Plays that I'm currently working on, so stay tuned for those. Alright, so before we actually just start jumping in and playing the game, as usual, I'd like to thank everyone that's continuing to back my channel via Patreon. If anyone's interested in getting my Let's Plays early and wants to participate in Q&A sessions, please consider backing on Patreon. Links are in the description box below. Also, Patreon backers, I am looking for questions or topics for my next Q&A, so please go to Patreon and look at the latest post there and submit some topics you'd like to hear featured on the next Q&A. I think they're fun videos to do, and you know, your participation in those is one of the perks you get for being a backer. So thanks guys for being a backer. Thanks everyone that's doing super chats as well, and people that are current channel members. We actually lost a couple channel members. I need to update that slide, but I was just busy tonight. So, but thanks everyone that has backed in the past, even if you're not backing now, and thanks everyone that's continuing to back. And so yeah, so let's go ahead and play some Silver Surfer. And this is a notoriously difficult game on the system. I think a lot of people don't like this game because it is difficult, and you know, you kind of have to do things right in this game. So what I'm going to do is actually play this guy first. I think he's probably the easiest route to play. And Silver Surfer does have a variety of view modes, or gameplay styles. So you've got top-down shooting and you've got side-scrolling shooting, which is pretty unique. I'm going to press select to use a bomb here, which will give me my first power-up. The Fs boost your main firepower strength. You'll also get these little pods that rest on the side of your board, which will allow you to shoot in multiple directions. So you guys will see me get a couple of those by the end of this level. And Silver Surfer is a bit of a memorizer. You know, you have to know exactly where things are in the game, and you have to know how to be relatively patient when you play. You know, you don't want to get right in front of the enemies as they're shooting, because this is a one-hit kill kind of game. And we're going to go ahead and just skip that guy. It's completely okay to just skip enemies in this game. You don't have to kill everything you see. You know, if you want to, just fly by everything, if need be. I'm going to go ahead and use a bomb again, because I thought I was going to get hit by that, most likely. So you always start with one bomb when you die. And I had picked up another on the playfield. And so, okay, good start. We're actually really close to this boss fight. Each stage you go to has three levels in it. So this is the first of our three for this character that we're going after. And there we go, first stage down. Hey, Burly Heart, what's going on, man? Welcome back. I had thought about doing Fight and Rage tonight, but I didn't want to delay the stream any longer. I would have had to go on Steam, buy it, download it, configure it, yada 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 yada. Make a thumbnail. This thumbnail was a lot easier to make because I already had the photo on my hard drive. So. But sometime after October, I would definitely consider doing that game, because it sounds like a fun stream. But yeah, this is Silver Surfer on the NES. It is a shoot-'em-up. Again, not typically a very well-regarded shoot-'em-up, but it's, you know, it's fairly maligned. But it's actually a game I grew up with as a kid. One of my best friends growing up had this game. And so, you know, I've been playing this game since I was like, you know, 8 or 9 years old, which is, you know, almost 30 years of my life. So, and I've always enjoyed it. I've never not liked this game. But I can understand why people don't get into it, because it is very much trial and error gameplay. It's memorization oriented, and, you know, it's got very, very, very precise hit detection. So, like, if one pixel touches a wall, you fall off your board and you die. But once you get into a groove with this game, I think it is a lot of fun. I think it's actually a pretty solid game and kind of doesn't get the credit it deserves. But, you know, to each their own. Not everyone's gonna get into it or have the patience for it. So you know, one of the big goals in this game to make life easier is obviously getting your little options. They help you out a ton. But also, not constantly, like, mashing the fire button. You need to just tap slowly. So I'm just going tap, 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 tap. A lot of people complain that, you know, the game just wrecks their hands. And as long as you're, assuming you're powered up, all you have to do is just go tap, 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 tap. You don't have to mash. And you can only mash so hard anyway, because you can only have about, I think, 2 or 3 shots on screen at once. I'm gonna go ahead and use that bomb just in case. And now when you die and you start at a checkpoint, yeah, it's a little bit hard to recover because your main shot is weak. But the thing is, you have to remember to take advantage of your bombs. You always start with one bomb. And just like, you know, any other shoot 'em up, you need to use that to your advantage to get back on track, to recover. So if we die here in this game, you'll see me coming back, and I'll try to go as long as I can without using a bomb, and then when things get hairy, I'll use a bomb, which will allow me to push forward a little bit, probably get a power-up or two, and then that makes life a lot easier. Am I using a turbo controller? Definitely not, no. I don't ever use turbo controllers, actually. There's one instance where I do use a turbo controller, and it's Darius Gaiden. Basically, that game is like almost impossible without auto fire, rapid auto fire. I mean, the game actually has auto fire built in, but it's just like a relatively slow auto fire. So people use fast turbo on that game to stand a better chance. Tappy McTap. What's going on, guns? Yeah, it is fun, Burley. It is fun, man. And Austin Nick says Silver Surfer equals the best NES soundtrack ever, and I can actually agree with that. The soundtrack in this game is awesome. Hey, NES Addict, how are you doing, man? Yeah, the music in this game is awesome. Unfortunately, there's only like 2 or 3 tracks in the whole game, but you know, it is still an excellent soundtrack. The tracks are very dynamic, and You know, the samples are just incredible for an NES. People that, you know, like to knock the NES sound hardware for one reason or another obviously haven't heard Silver Surfer. Or some other games like it, like the title screen of RoboCop 3. That's another good example. Or the Skate or Die 2 soundtrack. Doing great! You just snag this game and it destroys you. So I was just explaining in NES Addict that, you know, it is a fairly memorization-oriented game. You need to know what's coming up. But you kind of also need to know where power-ups are. Like, that's a F power-up. That is basically my main shot. And look, there's 2 back-to-back. I'm already maxed out, so none of them are going to do anything for me. But remember, NES Addict, every time you start with a bomb as well. So you can see there's that B down in the bottom left-hand corner. And you press select to use that. So the idea is to get powered up as quickly as possible to make life easier. And as long as you're powered up, the game is a lot easier. But you still have to know what is coming up, because there are a lot of enemies that will like fly in from one side of the screen or the other. And you really need to know when that's going to happen, otherwise you just get, you know, sideswiped and you die instantly, so... You're also awful at shooters. It's okay, you don't have to be a great shooter player to be good at Silver Surfer. It's one of those kinds of games. I mean, like I said, I played this game when I was like 8 years old, and, you know, I ended up beating the game back then, so, like, you know, 8-year-old me was by no means an expert at shoot-'em-ups either, because I had barely played any shoot-'em-ups by that point. I played maybe Life Force, Galaga, a couple of Atari 2600 shooters, and Dragon Spirit. That's probably it. And, you know, that was the extent of my shmupping knowledge back then. But yeah, I mean, so you don't have to be a shmup expert to do well at this game. You just have to play a certain way. Got a little gray water splashing. It's a little weird. Should have been blue water splashing, not gray. It's probably gray because it's, I don't know, probably something with layers or something like, I don't know. Yeah, the graphics are decent, burly. There's not a lot going on in the backgrounds. There's like pretty much no background animation or anything. But the art itself is pretty good. It is pretty detailed. Hey, Vance, what's going on, man? Let's see. Wolverine, Friday the 13th. Silver Surfer is actually not LJN, Vance. It's, God, who was it? It wasn't LJN that published this game. It was somebody else. I like Friday the 13th, though. I actually had thought about playing it tonight, but I'm terrible at the game, for one, and two, it's not October yet. I'm trying to save all the horror stuff for October. So, like, one of the things you have to memorize on this level in particular is those little red balls. You have to make sure not to attack the final one on the stage, because it'll actually fly out at you and become pretty chaotic and difficult to avoid. So it's one of those instances where you really have to, you know, memorize what's going on. It looked so much like Wolverine to you? Yeah. No. Yeah, not LJN. It might have been, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. It's possible it could have been developed by some of the same people, but I don't know. I want to say this game was developed by a company called, like, Arcadia Systems or something like that. I forgot the exact name, but it's like Arcade or Arcadia something. And I keep forgetting who it was published by. Now, unfortunately, you'll notice that the status bar at the bottom is sort of like bobbing up and down. That's actually an issue with the AVS console itself. I don't think I updated my firmware, actually. I think I'm like a firmware version behind. Although I don't think the latest firmware really fixes a whole lot. Although I'll have to look into see what it does. Hey, Mega Dan, what's going on, man? Hey, Carlos. Well, we just started, Carlos. I've only been live for about 20 minutes now. And only actually playing for about 10. So we're starting with Silver Surfer tonight. This is one of those levels where you've got enemies that come from behind, so you have to be careful about that. But I'm just gonna stay up top. I'm not gonna go into the water. I have no reason to. And if enemies come behind me, I can shoot back like that. And then I can also use a couple bombs. I have 3 bombs in my inventory, so I will definitely be thinking about using those like that. That was scary. That was actually really scary. I was like, speaking of bombs, I completely missed that enemy, so I had to use a bomb to survive. And there we go. Software Creations handled the development of both. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that explains the similar style. Alright, so 1 level down. Oh, 2 levels down. Sorry. So these 3, this guy's not too bad, but this guy and this guy are pretty nasty levels. Those are definitely the hardest stages to work with. So this is Mephisto, and we will try to do his stage and hope for the best. Is the movement curtailed in the water? It is not. No. It is not. It's just I find it easier to stay above on that section, because like the flying dinos are easier to deal with than like the really fast piranhas. Yeah, just remember you can position your options in this game. So, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll just keep firing over the spots where enemies appear. And this is the kind of game where you really don't want to get too far to one side of the screen or the other. You absolutely don't want to hug the right-hand side, because you'll notice that enemies just constantly come out from the right. So you're bound to just, you know, slam into an enemy the second it appears. Likewise, there are sometimes enemies that come up from behind. It's not as often, but you still don't want to be hugging the backside of the screen just in case. Notice I'm just taking my time. I'm not trying to just, like, massacre everything. I'm just trying to get past the enemies. That is all you have to do, is just get past the enemies. I'm gonna take this bottom path here. There's another bomb. And stay back, because there's gonna be some more of these guys. Yep, just like that. Hey DJ, how are you doing, man? Welcome back. It's almost like the whole crew's here. We're Solid Nate. Gotta get Solid Nate in here too, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna try to kill this guy and squeeze by here just like that, and then constantly stay back. Not all the way back, but, you know, a moderate distance back. Yeah, notice I'm not rushing to get power-ups either, because I don't need them. They're basically just free points at this point. At this moment in time. And that's it. Oh, is he really gonna play this one Sunday? That will be entertaining, man. Yeah, I agree, Megadan. It is a fun game. Yeah, no, it's definitely a fun game. I mean, there are a lot of, like, kind of like arbitrary complaints. People are like, oh, Silver Surfer gets knocked off his board by, like, in one hit. It's so dumb. Like, well, yeah, like, if you're playing Gradius and you touch a wall, you die. Is that dumb? No one complains about that, but, you know, Silver Surfer, it is a little bit of an acquired taste. Like, we just died there, so that could actually potentially be a problem. Because your character is pretty big, especially in these top-down stages. But, you know, you just gotta understand the game. Instead of complaining about the game, get good at the game. Alright, so there we go. I'm not gonna worry about killing all these guys. I'm just gonna kill one row. And I'm gonna use a bomb. And there we go. See, we used our bomb to get our first, you know, set of power-ups. And now we're back in business. Not the best business, but, you know. We're doing a little bit better here. These guys seem to be completely random. So you just have to keep an eye on them. There we go. We're actually close to the end of this level already. Extra life! Look at that! So it's like we never even died. And that's it, we just beat this level. So that's actually one of the harder areas to recover from. But, you know, once you get into a groove and you understand how to play the game, it's not too bad. Hey, Black Gift, welcome back. How are you doing? He needs to do some training with track and fields. Hey, Brandon, what's going on? Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a bomb here, but this level is actually quite challenging to recover from, but I have 8 lives. We'll see what happens here. Oh, I forgot about that grassy stuff. Yeah, if you touch that grassy stuff, you die. Doing alright, Brandon. Thanks for asking. Oh, I missed that power-up, too. That's not good. That's gonna put me at a big disadvantage. But I still have my bomb. Got him. Very nice. We recovered with no power-ups. No power-ups. You guys can see it. It is possible. It's not easy, but it is possible. Do I play naked? Only sometimes, Dan. Like tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. Your channel has been demonetized. Sincerely, YouTube. That chiseled form, I wish. We're getting there. We're losing weight slowly. But at least the weight is going in the opposite direction. Okay, so the S is a speed power-up. Funny thing about speed power-ups in this game is that they're actually temporary. They only last a short period of time. Which is, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, because the game is actually just a moderately paced shoot-'em-up. It's not usually super fast-paced. But it is kind of weird to have a speed power-up only be temporary. That's unusual for a shooting game. Yeah, so when it makes that weird sound, that means the speed power-up has worn off. So for this part, I'm gonna try to just grab this and use a bomb. Just to get rid of those guys. And we definitely want that. Extra life, man. It's like every time I die, I get an extra life. Alright. I bet you James Rolfe has beaten this. Or maybe, yeah, maybe he should do a comeback episode with the AVGN character, where, he actually does beat it. That would be a good twist on the AVGN formula, like revisiting old episodes and him actually learning how to play the games. he has so much influence over his viewers. Like, I wonder if he actually managed to start beating some of these games, if some of his viewers would actually get interested in playing these games, as opposed to like running around the internet and just saying they're garbage. You know, people that don't know any better. He is probably the biggest channel when it comes to retro video games. So he's got a lot of influence, and there are a lot of people out there, believe it or not, that actually think like the AVGN is legit. Like the true feelings, you know. It's like no, it's a character, it's a show, you know. Makes me wonder, you know, how many of these people would come around to some of these games if he came around to the games as the character. Interesting to think about. The speed power-up, another temporary speed power-up. So you don't want to touch these walls because you'll get knocked off your board, but you can just squeeze right by them. Just, you know, sit there. You don't have to do anything. Or you can go around them. I like to go between them. Alright, so there are going to be quite a few enemies coming up here. And this is a level where you do want to stay, you know, as far back as you can. Because a lot of enemies have a tendency of appearing about halfway in the middle, no, about halfway down the screen. Like those eyeballs that just appear out of nowhere. So you've got to watch out for them. And just align our options to this, you know, side-to-side motion. Or whatever. See? Just sit all the way back. Gonna be some flying enemies coming down here, just like that. Notice I'm not really doing much. I'm just going tap, 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 tap. This part we do want to actually push up here because these doors will close on us, just like that. And then that's it. Hey, Sneaky Turtle Egg, long time no see. He did a remake of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and he beats it. Oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to watch that. I'm actually planning on Let's Playing that Sunday for Patreon backers, and then it'll be the next week after for everybody else. So I learned how to play that game over the last few weeks, and I beat the game. I've beaten it 3 times now. Boy, what an experience that one is, I gotta say. Alright, so just shoot this guy's wall. That's pretty much it. Although these guys take a lot of hits. Whoa, that was close. Forgot he does that. The cane attack does work, Gary. It only works against bugs. You can only attack flying insects, that's it. Alright, so this is the last of our regular stages. Well, I mean, the cane only works if, you know, the bugs are level with your cane. So, yeah, I mean, you do have to have good aim. I mean, you don't even have to really use it. You can just try to walk past the bugs. That's really my advice for that. Sometimes I try to attack the bugs, but again, the timing is pretty strict. Because the bugs like to fly all over the place. Alright. That is it. So you can skip the fat ladies. You skip the fat ladies by going into hide mode, getting coins, or turning into hide when a fat lady's on the screen. Then when you come out of the hide mode, the fat lady will be gone. Or you can just do what I do and walk past the fat ladies. Sometimes it's a crapshoot, but it's entirely possible. I've done it a lot. But yeah, in the North American version of Jekyll and Hyde, the only purpose of the coins is, you know, to appease the fat ladies. But even that's still a crapshoot, because not everything gives you coins as Hyde. And then you don't always want to turn into Hyde in the early parts of the game, because you might catch up with Jekyll, which means you get a game over. I'm not going to bother getting that. There's some, you can say there's some fire that falls from the ceiling. And I forgot when it was going to fall, so I just used the bomb to get rid of it. And this level's kind of trollish. It likes to give you, you know, it likes to throw pumpkins at you from down below. And so sometimes what I'll do is I'll just position my, my option downwards like that. Another extra life? I've got 9 lives. Wow. Oh, man. Just gonna sort of like sit over these things just to make sure I don't get sniped from down below. Oh, that was close. Alright, making good progress. There we go. Now, when we get to the final set of stages in this game, I am probably going to die, because they are actually really difficult. Hey, there's Solid Nate. What's going on, man? I want to play some Bart's Nightmare. I've heard it's not a particularly great game, but I remember seeing it in Nintendo Power back in the day, and it always looked really cool. It looked very unique. Now, one thing I gotta give the Simpsons games is that they were pretty unique. They could have just turned them into, like, generic platformers or something like that, but pretty much every Simpsons game I've played it's, like, really weird. Very different from other games from the era. Like, I'm talking the old school Simpsons games. I can't comment too much on the newer ones. Bart versus the Space Mutants, Bart versus the World, there's the Radioactive Man one, the Treehouse of Horrors on Game Boy. Not Treehouse of Horrors, it was Camp Deadly on Game Boy. Bart's Nightmare. Solid Nate is in the building! Genesis Mania! I think it's better than Nate's. Yeah, the soundtrack is great, Nate. Oh man, we're not gonna get Genesis Mania. Because apparently Nate's gonna be doing some NES on Sunday, apparently. Simpsons Hit and Run. Yeah, I heard that was actually pretty fun. Alright, unfortunately I have no bombs. Yeah, this level is actually really nasty to recover from, so if I die, it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky to come back. Yep, this is gonna be a pain. Virtual Bart. Oh yeah, I remember Virtual Bart. Remember seeing it anyway. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Killed by hats. Hey, Tony. I'm just gonna skip you. Extra life. Probably didn't need to use that, but okay. Alright. Weapon upgrade. I really need that. Oh, thank you. That was close. Don't want to run into those snakes. You will die. Anything that's a solid object in this game, you will get killed by if you touch it. Nice. Weapon upgrade. Alright, almost there. All right. Got it. Whew. Okay, that's good. One hit man. Feels bad, surfer. I should make that an emote on Twitch. Alright, this level itself actually isn't too bad, but the boss fight is pretty random. So we'll see what happens with that. It's actually good we're playing this, because I remember just recently somebody asked me, like, if I had covered this game before. And I've actually done multiple playthroughs on my channel in the past. I think I have 2 dedicated long plays of the game. From a long time ago. But this is a nice, fresh playthrough. It's not a game I usually have to practice before I play it. I can just jump right in, do pretty well. Inching over. Alright, boss time. I want to say this guy moves all the way to the right? Nice, first try. Good. Okay, this is the final stage in the game. Hey James, how are you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Still have 8 lives. Yeah, I mean, if you do well in this game, you really build up the extra lives quickly. Doing alright, James. How are you? Gotta watch out for the pits in this level because these guys like to fly up from the bottom. Look at those gory effects, man. How did they get past Nintendo? Nintendo was like, ah, it's okay, it's just an elephant. What? Silver Surfer all of a sudden becomes the scariest game on the system. Alright, boss time. Alright, we're just gonna sit above him like this, and move back, like so. Went ahead and just used my bomb because why not? And that's it. We just beat Silver Surfer. That's cool. A lot of times I get to the final set of stages and I just give up. So it was nice that we were able to get through the whole thing. So there you go, guys. Silver Surfer in 1 credit. Thanks, DJ. Thanks, Vance. Thanks, Carlos. Hey, Greg. What's going on? Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So the game does loop. I don't know if it actually gets more difficult, but it does loop a couple times, so you can go through it again if you want. We're not going to do that. Let's see if I have my change in games slide up here. Let's see. You made quick work of that. Thanks, Austin. Does it need to be more difficult? I wouldn't mind it being more difficult. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Tim Fallen! Yeah, so I think you enter that password and it'll put you on the second loop. I think that's how it works. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oops, wrong template. The hell? Did I delete the slide? I must have deleted the slide by accident. Alright, hold on a second. I gotta do something here. Where is it? Don't mind me here. I, for some reason, messed up my slides. I think that's actually fine. Okay. Okay, that's weird. Alright, we're good. I sound like I have a cold? I'm just tired, James. I didn't get much sleep, and then I went and did the pinball thing, so I'm just burnt out. Alright, I'm trying to think, man, what do I want to play now? What else do I like that is a little obscure and unloved? Having a hard time thinking. You know what? Screw it. I don't care about unloved. I'm gonna play something I want to play. I'm just gonna play something I want to play. And people will like... Yeah, Dan, I beat it. Yep. Adventure Island. I could try that. I haven't played Adventure Island in a while. I would get wrecked by it. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll see how I feel after this. Hey, MD Mr. Racing game. There actually aren't a lot of racing games on NES that I have put a lot of time into, believe it or not. Billy and Ted's excellent video game adventure, dude. Look who's a sucker for hard games. Well, they're not hard for me. That's the difference, Austin. Is I don't see them as quote-unquote hard games anymore. They're just games I like to play. Okay, keep pressing the wrong button. I actually haven't played this in probably about a year. I did a Let's Play of it. I want to say sometime last year. Either early this year or it was sometime last year, and I haven't really played it much since. Top Gun 2. I could play Top Gun 1. After seeing Solid 8 play it, maybe I'd be able to pick it up and do okay. Yeah, Solid 8 was playing that a few months back. And I wanted to try to tackle it after watching him play it, but I never got around to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Office, definitely, man. The music in this game is awesome. Actually feels pretty good playing this after doing Return of the Joker. Ugh. That game was a nightmare to get through. Yeah, I did a Let's Play of Return of the Joker a few months back, and that game frustrated the hell out of me. You guys want a frustrating game, play that. Top Gun 2 is much better and harder, Monolith says. Okay, interesting. Has there ever been a good Superman game? Solid 8, no death. You did Top Gun without dying? Nice, man. Congratulations. That's a... I want to say that's a good accomplishment. I know I've seen a lot of people complain about that game's difficulty, but I've barely played the game, so I can't really vouch for it myself. But it sounds impressive, Nate, so I'll give it to you. Oh, I keep thinking those guys take 2 hits. I take 3. Sunsoft NES Superman game good? Did Sunsoft do a Superman game? I thought Superman on NES was like, someone like LJN or some you know, kind of like third-rate, third-party company. That's not good. Or maybe it was Activision or someone like that. I don't remember. Activision wasn't very good back in those days. As much as I like to give modern-day Activision crap, their stuff in the NES era was not usually that good. The stuff they published. What was it? Super Pitfall? I think they published Ghostbusters 2. Oh man, what a game. What a game. Ow. Always get hit by that guy. There's a Sunsoft Superman for the Genesis, which is pretty good. Okay. Nice, Vance. I'll have to check that out sometime. You can grind out for health on those spiky bomb things. I don't normally do it like that. Ow. That's what I get for doing it a different way than I'm used to. Oops. Yeah, let's go ahead and just... let's try to do it with just 3 hit points. We'll see what happens. Okay, 4 hit points. Well, that's cool. Alright, so we're just gonna punch. I like to do that, and then, oops, I messed that up. There we go. With Superman, best game with Superman in it is probably Injustice. the fighting game. I think I might actually... I'm trying to remember if I bought Injustice on the Wii U. I'm trying to build my Wii U library. These guys you want to just inch over, make them appear, and then just snipe them from a distance. And then just time your shots. Otherwise, it just gets really bad dealing with them. Man, the soundtrack in this game is so good. There we go. Nice, missed it. Am I gonna get a complete Wii U collection? Probably not, James, no. There's a lot of junk that I don't want. Like, I don't want 20 copies of Just Dance. Honestly, I don't even want 1 copy of Just Dance. Let alone 20. I forgot what the actual number is. It's probably like 6 or 7. 1 for every year, pretty much. I mean, there's some other stuff on there too that I don't really want. Like, there's some like yoga, exercise games. No, not really games. You know what I mean. There's just weird stuff, you know, clearly like made for kids. I'm just not really that interested in. You know what I loved about going for a full Dreamcast set is the Dreamcast pretty much had like none of that nonsense. Like, even its most kiddie games were still, like, 3D platformers, you know? They were still, like, traditional games, basically. And I mention that because that's the only full set I've ever managed to actually complete. Adventures in the Magic Kingdom, that's a fun one. Probably won't play that. Not really in the mood for it, but it is a fun one. I do like it. I did actually Let's Play that sometime in the last year or two. No, it was probably like 2 or 3 years ago now. Man, time flies. Yeah, my thing about Adventures in the Magic Kingdom is that it's just not that challenging for me, so it's not that exciting for me to play. Yeah, it's one of those games I could just rip right through without any issues. Like, with my eyes closed. Not literally, but, you know, it's one of those kinds of games. Just trying to grind out for health here. I think there's gonna be another one of those guys. Oops. Double oops. Oh, come on. Yeah, Greg, Dreamcast is a great library. Even its bad games are still, like, mildly enjoyable to play. Like, that's how good its library is. Do I collect any homebrew Dreamcast games? I used to. Yeah, I had a bunch. So I sold my Dreamcast set almost immediately after finishing it. This was in the end of 2014. I've got photos of it on my, you know, my Facebook page and whatnot, if anyone wants to see them. But yeah, I had, you know, all the HuCast stuff, NG Dev Team stuff. I had Stormwind. I had some of the stuff from Goat Software or the Goat Store. There was like iRides was one, and Feet of Fury. I had a couple others too. Oops. Yeah, whenever I don't play this game for a while and I get back to this boss, I always have to, like, re-figure out the pattern. But you can basically just do this. This is sort of like the safe way of doing it. That's the thing about Batman on NES, is every boss in the game, except the Joker, is like this, where it's just, you know, rinse and repeat, very simple patterns. But they seem, like, impossible at first. There we go. Just Dance 2020 is not going to be on the Wii U, no. Including the Disney trivia. The Disney trivia is actually pretty easy, Vance. I mean, there's not a lot of it in that game. So you can sort of just like flub your answers and still get it. But yeah, I actually do know, you know, the answers for pretty much all the questions. Look at that quality slowdown. Oof. Man, Batman, what are you doing? Alright, I need to grind now for ammo. If the game lets me. Yeah, the trivia that's in that game is from back in the day, like, you know, when I was growing up, so that was when I actually, you know, knew a lot of that information. You ask me something about Disney now, and you'll get a blank stare. Oh, come on. Let's go ahead and just push forward. Joker, what are you doing on those screens? You don't belong there. You silly guy. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. Joker, he's such a joker. Yeah, Batman in the Matrix. Whoa. Alright, so I think we're probably a little over halfway through this level. Wait, no, I think there's a whole, like, vertical section I have to go through as well. Nope, give me that. Thank you. All right. Andrew, the old school gamer, has played this Batman game. It is okay. These bad guys are really admirable. They can take 3 to 4 punches from Batman. Uh-oh. That was good. Gonna kill this guy. I know them. I mean, I'm sure most people know them. I'm not very good at them, or do I really enjoy them? But yes, I do know them. Uh-oh. And actually, speaking of Resident Evil, I'm trying to get my brother to come over one Saturday in October to play the first Resident Evil. Probably the director's cut on PS1. Because I don't play those games, but he does. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Cool. Congratulations. Macca Brothers stream? Yeah, maybe. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I talked to him last week about it. He sounded interested, so... I mean, he's gonna try to take the day off work, so we'll be able to start the stream earlier. Because normally, he's gotta work Sunday mornings at like 6 a.m. So he can't stay out too late on Saturday nights. So we can start the stream early and, maybe even finish the whole game. Oops. Oops. What are you doing, Austin? Stop sucking at this game. I'm gonna get all my health back because we're right at the boss fight. I just find the game's boring, Liberal Arts Guy. It's basically as simple as that. I just don't find survival horror that entertaining. But I did like Resident Evil 4 a lot. But as you guys know, it was a much faster paced game. Much more action. Yeah, Resident Evil was still a survival horror game, but it was also more like a fast-paced third-person shooter. So I would like to go back to that sometime, but I'm definitely not going to be able to do it during October this year. Alright, let's just punch this guy. Ooh, not like that. Not like that. Doing the wrong thing. I forgot I'm supposed to do this for the first pattern. Uh-oh. Alright, now we can just punch him. Time it just right, though. Boom, got it. You like this channel because of the competent gameplay. Well, thanks, Monolith. I try, man. Have I died yet? I have not, no. But I will here. It's the most generic title for a Let's Play channel. Yeah, I, you know, for a long time I had considered trying to change my name, but the problem is, like, rebranding yourself can, like, stop whatever momentum, like, you've built up over the years. So the reason my channel is just called Gameplay and Talk is because that's what my original videos were called. They were just, literally, it was called Gameplay and Talk, and then it was game title and something like that. They were basically just casual reviews. I would play a game, I would talk about it, and that's where my channel name came from. Started YouTube in 2009 with that video format, and then probably a year and a half in, at the time I was using my personal name, but probably a year and a half in I changed it to Gameplay and Talk, since that was basically most of my videos. And it's basically just stuck. Yeah, I don't personally like that it's kind of generic, but I don't know. I've had the name for such a long time, it just, you know, I just stick with it. This is gonna be a pain. These guys I want to punch as I go up. Otherwise, I will get hit by them. Guaranteed. If I get lucky here, I might be able to get up to the top and get all my health back. Ah! Alright, I seriously don't remember the pattern for the final bosses. I'm gonna be so screwed here. Ah, not good. Not good. Not good. Jeez, man. Yeah, I don't think I get all my health back when I get to the boss, so I have to do this. I can just do this. Sometimes that works. Ooh, or not. Or not. Or not. Yeah, Lower Art Sky, I mean, that's also kind of a reason why I kept it. It was like, well, it does describe, like, what someone can expect when they come to my channel. It is still about the gameplay and the talk. You know, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. You know, over the years, I've started to gear my channel more towards focusing on, like, you know, walkthroughs and whatnot, which I think is a little more valuable than giving my random-ass opinion on some video game. Like, who cares? Everyone's got an opinion. Mine doesn't really matter that much. But strategies, on the other hand, can help people. So, yeah, gameplay and talk with, you know, a focus on strategy. Gameplay and rage. There have been some rages. There have definitely been some rage moments. F-Zero. Not proud of that one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you. That's a good Batman. Yeah, when you take a hit, you can't actually grab onto the wall right away again. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Monolith. I think content is definitely the most important thing, but you also want to be able to communicate what your channel is easily. People don't want to be questioning what your content is supposed to be all about when they see your channel name. Alright, one more. Nice. Okay. Probably Boomerang is what I need. I can't remember how to do this guy. Okay, could you let me over here, please? Well, it can be if you wanted to, James. Like, there's a way to get this guy into a loop, and I completely forgot how to do it. He basically will just, like, jump back, shoot a fireball, jump forward, jump back. Yeah, that's it. Game over, man! Game over! I'm not doing it again. That's still a good run, though. We got to the final stage without dying, so I'm happy with that. Food, play, and talk. Yeah, that was fun. You could watch me cook. Oh, I can't cook worth a damn, James. It wouldn't be that. Well, actually, maybe that's what would make it entertaining, is the fact that I can't cook. Alright, I'm going to scroll through my list here, see if there's anything else I see. So we did Silver Surfer, we did Batman, and I don't know what else to do. Let's see. Let's keep scrolling. Keep the scroll going. Hey, Mark. Trying to think of what other random game I wanted to play tonight. I did want to play some Batman. I did want to play some Silver Surfer. And, yeah, Solid Nate did say, Adventure Island. I could do that. I'm not gonna do too well at it. Because I haven't really practiced that game in like a year and a half. Yeah, it's been a while. So we might not play this all that long, but we will play it. I am terrible at Bucky O'Hare, Burley. You'll see me play that on Twitch sometime. I do want to finish that game for the first time. Yeah, so I will make that happen for sure. Eventually. Alright, so our goal is to get the fire, and then hopefully keep the fire. Which probably won't happen because I haven't played this game in a long time. Oh baby, look at this! Oh, there's my fire. I missed the fire. Thanks, skateboard. You finally beat this game yesterday? Nice. Wonder Boy. Sort of. Hey, Stampede. What's going on? If only this was a real tropical vacation, Vance. This game is like a nightmare compared to Batman. That's the funny thing about it. Alright, Hudson B, that allows us to continue. I can't remember what the continue code is. It's been so long. Is it like hold left and press start on the title screen? Nice, Stampede. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, the AVS is awesome. I bought it on launch day, and, you know, it's been one of my most used consoles since it came out. Oh. Generally, you don't want to use the skateboard, but since I know I'm not going to make it very far in the game, I'm going to just use it as much as I can. Look at Master Higgins. He looks so happy. He looks pretty derpy, actually. He's a lovable buffoon. So you can actually tell if a platform's going to rise or fall based on its color. It's slightly discolored compared to other platforms. And sometimes you'll see the platforms flicker as well. Brave New Bat. Hi, cool channel here. Well, thank you. Hey, Dasan, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Or today. It's like... it's like 5 or 6 a.m. for you right now. AVS is FPGA. Yes, Monolith. Yep. That would have taken me to a bonus stage. Well, since I'm on a skateboard, I couldn't get to it. There's gonna be an eggplant here too. I don't want to get that. Let's get it. Screw it. Ba 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 do 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 do. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's actually really not good. Oh, if I got that, we would have survived. That was just goofing off there. So I got what I deserved. Yeah, the Retron one, it just uses sort of like the old-fashioned NES on a chip. Nothing special. You know, you get what you pay for, but you're also not paying much. So, like, we were doing the Generation Next a couple weeks ago. We did 2 streams based on that, and it's the same kind of hardware. Same kind of compatibility and whatnot. Used to have an FC Twin. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the FC Twin is the same thing. Uses the NES on a chip. Yeah, the AVS is a clone console released in 2016. It uses an FPGA hardware setup like analog systems do, like the Super NT or the Mega SG or the NT Mini. But it's for NES. And it's great. It's not cheap, but it is fantastic. It's pretty much lag-free NES at 720p. Near 100% compatibility, if not 100%. And it's awesome. I love it. It's got some other neat perks too that I haven't taken advantage of in a while. We'll have to do a stream, for instance, that focuses on its scoreboard functionality, where we just try to get high scores in games and upload them to Nintendo Age. That could be cool. But that's another one of its features. It's got Game Genie built in. It's got, you can like map, I think, automatic turbo functionality to the buttons. Look at that! We didn't even get past Area 1! Yeah, Area 1, Round 4, okay. Okay, I told you guys I would suck at this game. Got a game over on Area 1, that's pathetic. It's all good. Just means I can switch to a different game sooner. Alright, so let's hit him, and then jump, and then hit him again, and get a controller. For extra points. I wish I could just warp to like World 7 and 8, just so I can play those levels, because they're fun. The same 5 people do that high score thing? Yeah. I used to do that too, the Sun. I actually have a lot of scores on the Nintendo Age leaderboards. Like, when the AVS came out, I actually used the feature a lot. That was close. Alright. In the face. In the butt. There you go. And 1,000 points for free. Oh, I missed that egg. That might have been fire. Or actually, I don't know. It might have been milk. Milk will give you all your health back. Would you stop firing again when you land on the ground? At least I set up realistic goals. Goodwill's your friend? I wish Goodwills around here were still worth a damn. Thrift stores in my area have pretty much just gone completely downhill. You never find video games at them anymore, so I just stopped going. Kind of a bummer because, I don't know. Even though I don't really collect anymore, it was still nice going to thrift stores and coming home with stuff. Like, finding old school games out in the wild was always a good feeling. The great value Capcom? Why do you think that? Hudson, I think, was actually a lot busier during that generation than Capcom was, believe it or not. Because you gotta remember, they were also doing PC Engine. And dude, they made so many games on the PC Engine, it's ridiculous. And then they made NES games, and they made Game Boy games, and they made, yeah, you kind of get the point. Hudson was on fire back then. I do think their NES games were nowhere near as good as Capcom's, but their PC Engine stuff is excellent. But I think PC Engine was kind of their baby, since it was a joint venture between them and NEC. Capcom was more focused on arcades and NES. They were busy little bees, that's true. That's very true. Although, honestly, some of the Hudson's earlier stuff on NES might have actually been better than some of Capcom's earlier stuff. Like, I think Mega Man was, like, the standout early title for Capcom. Early-ish title. Whereas before that it was Ghosts and Goblins. Commando. Freaking, trash ports of games like 1942. Yeah. Adventure Island here was, I think the Japanese one was 86. Like, it's an old game. It still is awesome to play. Although, to be fair, this was Wonder Boy originally in the arcade, so maybe it doesn't count for as much, since it's not really an entirely new property. I do think Adventure Island is better than Wonder Boy, though. Like, as far as the first game The sequels, like, both series just split into two completely different directions, but, you know, comparing just the first games, I think Adventure Island's a better game. It's more challenging, it's more interesting, more entertaining as a result. Yes, Brave New Bat, yeah, it can do Castlevania 3. Mm-hmm. That's right, Office. That's a good way of putting it. If you don't stuff your face, you die. Master Higgins has to stay plump. If he starts losing weight, he just dies instantly. He pops like a balloon. So if you get a key, you'll access a secret level on one of these platforms. And it's that one. Ooh, nice! It's hard to get to this bonus stage with the skateboard. It's a fun little thing to do. Man, speaking of Castlevania 3, I should fire that up. Oh yeah, so the AVS does also have, it's got a Famicom card slot on it too. I should try that copy of Pinball. That wouldn't work in my Generation Next. Oh, why did I do that? Yeah, Wonder Boy was, you know, developed by, God, I forgot what their original company name was. But Westone or West One, however you pronounce it. Yeah, they made Wonder Boy, and Sega published it, and I guess they made Wonder Boy, I guess, for Sega, because Sega owns the rights to it, I think? Do they? Or does West One? I don't even know how it works, it gets confusing. But basically, they made Wonder Boy, Sega published it, and then, no, Sega does, yeah, Sega owns the rights to Wonder Boy, but Westone owns, like, the rights to the program, so they could just, you know, redress it and then sell it as something else. Which is how Hudson got Adventure Island. Yeah, I think that's how it is. Yeah, so Sega owns the Wonder Boy IP, but Westone owns the program rights. They own the code. Actually, not a bad deal. You know, Sega gets to make their own IP, and then Westone gets to just re-release the same game 1,000 times. And profit. No, they didn't actually really do that. Hudson did, I think, all the Adventure Island games. Actually, I don't even know if Westone had anything to do with the first Adventure Island outside of... I don't know if they actually made this version, or if that was all Hudson. So now I'm curious. Not curious to go check, though. Hey, Meat Pill! Double Crash, yeah, and Devil's Crush in North America. Yeah, it's a great game, man. Does this game have constant ice mechanics? Yes. And the ice mechanics double up when you actually get to the ice levels. There are actual ice levels. Ow. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do Castlevania 3 because I think we're going to do a another Castlevania anthology, or whatever the hell the collection was called on Xbox One. Castlevania Anniversary Collection. We're gonna do that again in October, and we're gonna cover the Japanese games on it, since they did patch in the Japanese games. Splatoon won't be until after October, Office. I thought about doing it tonight, but I didn't really feel like it. Oh, man. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. What do we got? Actually, you know what? Screw it. I couldn't help it. Office, do you know, is there a password online that just starts you at loop 2? Let me go to GameFAQs and see what that says. Monolith, yeah, no, I've got a flash cart with pretty much everything on it, so yeah, it's any NES game you can think of, I probably have it on there. So yeah, Top Gun 2, absolutely. Let's see, okay, Castlevania 3. Play the second quest, Akama. Akama is Trevor only. Okay, I'm guessing these other passwords are for just loop 2 with each character. What flashcard do I use? I use the Power Pack by RetroUSB. I bought it back in 2012, so this was before the EverDrive was even available for NES. Otherwise, I would have an EverDrive now. I think they're a little bit better. But the Power Pack still is still a solid... Oops. Did not mean to do that. Let's reset. Am I using save states? No. I don't use save states, Carlos, when I do streams. Well, not true. I have made safety save states on, I think, Metroid and Zelda 1 and maybe Zelda 2 as well. And maybe Castlevania 2, just in case, like, the power went out or reset or something like that. That has happened before. I think it's, you can get Famicom disc games working on it with oh wait, what the hell? Okay. I know, Office. Braggadocious. Congratulations, Mr. I must 100% every single game I play, ever. So I have no idea if we're on loop 2. We're gonna find out. This starts us off with Grant. Actually, we'll know if it's loop 2 pretty quickly. Yeah, it's not loop 2. There's a guy there that would spawn if this was loop 2, so I have to go to password. Okay. So I guess what I can do is I don't know if your password is linked to your name though. That's the problem. But blank blank. Oops. Oh! Hey! No, it's not name linked, Office. Because, I should have played as, Grant, if that was the case. But it still let me enter the password, but I've got Alucard. I don't want to play as Alucard. I don't like Alucard very much. Oh well. Who cares? Yeah, Castlevania 4 is definitely name linked. Yeah, absolutely. This one doesn't appear to be. That's okay. I'll do this mostly Trevor only anyway, and with Alucard I can just skip through certain parts. Oh, and you know, I just realized something. Hold on a second, guys. Looks like cropping for Silver Surfer didn't really do me any good. There we go, that's fine. Alright. There you go, I noticed that the player part was cut off up top. No, it's all good, Office. I'm just gonna go with this run. We'll be fine. We will be fine. GameFAQs Office only has one password for Loop 2, and doesn't say what character it's for. Very much like, I was on Solid Nate's stream a couple weeks ago, and, man, what game was he playing? I can't remember. It was Castlevania Bloodlines. He kept getting in game overs, so I gave him a password from Game FAQs, and it put him on easy mode. He ended up just sticking with it. It was pretty funny. And that's... yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Loop 2 of Castlevania 3 North American is really difficult. It's one of the most difficult things in the whole series, I would say. Part of the reason for that is these skulls that you encounter, which... interestingly, aren't in the Japanese version of the game. They actually made the North American version harder. And, so these skulls that bounce around are just random. It's kind of like some of the, similar enemies in, like, Holy Diver, where there's no rhythm or rhyme to them. It's not like the Medusa heads, where, it's not like the Medusa heads where they, you know, kind of do the same up and down pattern every time you see them. It's not like that. Oops. See, these guys right here. They replaced the Medusa heads. See, look at them bounce up, down, 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 up, up. Hey look, that skull's doing the Konami code! Yeah, I have a trick too, Office. It's called actually paying attention to them and just, you know, playing smart. That's gonna be an axe, I don't want that. Alright, there's gonna be some health over here, because that's nice. It's very nice, man. You should be very happy for me. Mario likes hard mode. Let's just jump over these guys. Oh, and still take a hit. Oops. What am I doing? It's okay. That boss is easy. It's called looking at chat, bro. Try streaming and playing at the same time and get back to me. Have an audience and be monitoring chat while you play. That's my excuse. Alright, we're gonna skip the clock tower just to save some time. I mean, I might not even beat this game. Might only play a couple levels and then just call it a day. We're getting into around the... We're at an hour... Yeah, an hour 45. We're kind of about where I wanted to be as far as the stream length. I was gonna stop the stream after around 2 hours. I want to see Office start up a streaming channel and start playing these games. I want him to do Castlevania Chronicles Original Mode, No Miss, Loop 6, while chatting to people at the same time. I want to see it. Make it happen, Office. I'll get you people in your chat to distract you. You need to pick up Chronicles. You already have Chronicles. You've got the real deal, Tony. You don't need Chronicles. You got the original X68000 version. You got the Holy Grail. And what is your trick, Office? You can go ahead and tell me, it's okay. Oh, you mean start playing it again? Okay. I was gonna say, I was like... Now I feel kind of bad, because you sent me a copy years ago. Which I'm still eternally grateful for. Oh, of course. I'm still grateful for. It's still on my shelf. Facing forward. It's always looking at me. Office, I mean, being persistent and consistent kind of is being good at these games. I mean, there's not really much of a difference. You know? I mean, if you can consistently whip only this game with Trevor, you are officially good at the game. Like, there's no question about it. Alright. Ow. Yeah, the other thing about Loop 2 is everything hits like a tank. And I played so much Castlevania 1 recently as well that it's really interesting playing this. Ah, you bastard. Rondo's the kind of game where, I don't know, I think it kind of gets better with time. It wasn't my favorite right away either. I mean, it's not really my favorite still. I think it's phenomenal. You know, I completely get why it gets the praise it does. But, you know, and I go back to it every year. I'll probably go back to it this October on Twitch. When I do, you know, just when I'm playing some stuff off YouTube. But my big thing about Rondo is that it's one of those games that, like, it's good to just chill out to. It's not much of a challenge, though. Like, I really don't struggle with that game at all. Not a single part in that game do I have trouble with. So, that's one of my issues with Rondo. It's just a really smooth playthrough, though. It's really good. Very detailed, lots of attention to detail, lots of effort was clearly put into that game. And it feels good to play. Hey, Steven. Yeah, almost Halloween month, man. We're gonna kick it off Sunday. You guys gotta watch out for a new upload on Sunday. It's my first scripted video in a very, very long time. So watch out for that. It probably was because it was your first time, Office. That would be my guess. And there's nothing wrong with that. Damn typos. Oh, I was hoping I would bounce the other way. That was intentional. Thanks, Tony. A certain boss on Rondo? Are you talking death? Hey, Steven, thanks, man. To Halloween month! Oh, thank you, Carlos. Yeah, for any of you guys that missed it, I did upload a hardcore Let's Play. That was last Sunday's upload. Did a normal mode run, you're gonna do a hard mode soon. Nice. I need to try hard mode on that. I did not want that. Ow, and I didn't want to do that either. Oh, man. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's probably going to do it. Like I said, this was going to be a relatively short stream. So, but that was fun. We had 2 decent runs. We beat Silver Surfer. We almost beat Batman. Played a little bit of Adventure Island. Played a little bit of Castlevania 3. Oh, man. Oh, your whip downgrades on every hit? Oh, that sucks. I'm really not a fan of that mechanic at all. Yep, brownie top route, Vance. Thank you, sir. Yeah, see you, James. Take care. Office. Oh, man. Mario's on stage 5. He needs to finish Rondo. Yeah, you definitely need to finish Rondo. Absolutely. Actually, you know what? There we go. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so you can actually hold down B and press start on the title screen to get to a Castlevania 3 sound test menu. But sometimes I just put this on in the background as I'm doing stuff. Alright, see you, Carlos. See you, Steven. Take care. Thanks again for that very generous super chat, man. I appreciate it. Hey, no worries, Burley. I'll be on Twitch in a little bit, but I just wanted this to be a short YouTube stream. So, I appreciate you guys hanging out. The stream just kind of flew by. We played some fun games. Had some great people here, so... And, see you, Brave New Bat. Thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. Should consider voice acting? I will consider it. I wish I... I don't know. It's all good, Trevor student. You know where else you can find me, man. Hint, hint. Oh, Twitch is blocked at work. Oh. My job was like that for a little while, too. I could get to YouTube, but not Twitch. Oh, well. Ugh. Alrighty, folks. So that's going to do it for me. I will catch you soon. Stay tuned for my new upload on Sunday. Watch out for that. This archive should go live sometime tomorrow or later today. If you missed any of the games, you want to see them being played mostly through. So watch out for that. Yeah, nothing else to report. Starting next week is Halloween stuff or horror-themed stuff. So stay tuned for that. Should be a good month. And yeah, I guess until the next one, guys, take it easy.